Sports Video Group is back in Atlanta for our 2019 SVG College Summit. Brandon Costa with you from SVG. I have the pleasure now to be joined by a friend of SVG, David Herman from Twitter Sports. David, how you doing, sir?
Good, thanks, Brandon. How are things going so far?
Good. You are a well-traveled man right now. You've been all over the place. Twitter Sports recently honored at the Sports Business Journal Awards. Congratulations on that. But you holding up? You keeping your head on straight?
Yeah, we're all good. It's been a crazy few weeks, obviously, with NBA Finals kicking off. We have a lot going on, and sports never sleep, as we like to say at Twitter. So we're always on the move, but that's the fun part.
Now, obviously, your platform is ever evolving, and a lot of people who are at this event, broadcasters, schools, networks, teams, it's a big part of their job to stay up to date on what helps their content do best on your platforms. In your mind, what's kind of the newest things in Twitter Sports right now that are kind of changing the game for you guys a little bit?
Yeah, I think we're really trying to think about how do we pair video content with conversation, right? Twitter is about conversation. So something's being talked about, we want premium video content to go along with that conversation. From your attendees and the folks who use you as a resource, I think the best thing to think about is how do I make my videos fit into that conversation? How do I stay relevant? How do I stay timely? How do I play into pop culture when appropriate, but also create video content that fits my brand? And there's a balance there, and every brand is gonna have that balance of when to push that conversation, when to stick fully within their own kind of realm. But that balance is what we're trying to work on and push our partners to kind of play into.
Now, you work with a lot of partners throughout the sports world, professional, collegiate, networks. In the college space, you've obviously got a very diverse kind of subset. You got very big schools, small schools, medium-sized schools in between. What's kind of a piece of advice that maybe you would give a smaller school, let's say, who maybe is not here, who maybe doesn't have gigantic resources, but still obviously needs to leverage your platform to get their brand out there?
Yeah, I think there's the common misconception that you have to have a big staff and you have to have really expensive equipment to create good video content. We don't see that as true at Twitter. Some of the best video content we see all year long comes from an iPhone and comes from someone being in the right place at the right time. Whether you're a small school, a big school, the key is to have access and develop those relationships with your coaches, with your staff, to be able to have that access to then be able to film those moments when they come up. So to me, that's at a baseline, something that is no different than a small school and big school. It's developing those relationships, putting yourself in the right place at the right time to be able to capture that content when it's most appropriate. And on Twitter, when it's most appropriate is fast. As soon as it happens, you want that out on Twitter.
Using an iPhone, just like us. Thanks so much for being here, David. Really appreciate it.
Thanks, Brandon.
For more coverage of everything going on here at the SVG College Summit, give us a visit over at sportsvideo.org.